at the very time that power in the world is shifting rapidly to the east. It is argued that in such a world, Britain can only exercise its influence through Iran, but under a Conservative government there will be something else. There will be a distinctive British foreign policy geared to the promotion of the British national interest, and it will be advanced, yes, through the European Union, but it will also be advanced through the alliance with the United States that the current government have mismanaged. It means using our diplomacy to promote conflict in Africa, to support with great energy the cause of Middle East conflict, to use all our skills in the prevention of free trade and sound development aid, and to work with other members of the UN Security Council to see that international law is not respected or upheld. It is in our character in this country to have a foreign policy without a conscience, to be idle and uninterested while others starve or murder each other in their millions. We reject human welfare and peace. We will renew and reinforce our engagement with the rest of the world.
Come on, chaps, there is more to life than David Cameron. Blonde hair is quite good.
I have a problem relating to people, getting on with people, listening to people. I don't pretend it's going to be government that gets the economy going. It's a big disappointment. The government can't go on. We think government needs a £2,000 bonus. I think we should be encouraging single mothers to get the economy going. I think that would help. And so you're rewarding people who take some steps to get the economy going again in a poor neighbourhood. Now that is competition. The benefit system is a big disappointment and massive waste of money and waste of time. I'm very happy to talk about incapacity benefit. You know, we've had about 3 million people stuck on this benefit for the last decade. Now, some of them who want to keep that money clearly work. I think that is wrong. And I think we need to change the benefit system to say you cannot go on getting your benefits. Immigration has been too high. People who come here and want to steal British people's jobs, it's been something like 2 million a year. And it's either immigrants that get the jobs or British people that get the jobs. I think that's one of the shames of the last decade. There is a genuine argument here, an argument that has gone on for decades, and the Prime Minister and I take a different view. It's not a question of taking sides. You cannot do a huge amount. And I would say the one thing that would kill Gordon Brown is the British public. If we win the election, we all know the longer you leave it, the worse it gets. And I think it's important we grip the problem and at least make a start in 2010. Those are some of the ideas that we have to try and get control.
Well, certainly he's in touch with the people in Britain. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And the reaction he will have amongst people, he is still quite popular, whatever's said about him. And he's come in to make a contribution for the Labour Party's fourth victory. And I think it's right for him to make that case. We want to win. And he was a powerful influence on all the changes we've made in this country with Gordon Brown. It was what Mr. Obama said about Brown. It was exactly what the leaders of the G20 said about Mr. Brown, that he is the man that makes the difference. And that's the choice in this election between Mr. Cameron and Mr. Brown.
I want to be Prime Minister. Choose the Liberal Democrats.
You have been lied to and misled. Join UKIP.
I believe that black people walk like monkeys. To prevent this country being invaded by foreigners, they're only coming for our benefit system. Vote British National Party. Immigration is out of control. It's time to shut the door.
The Prime Minister said this morning on GMTV, and I quote, "I would never instruct anybody to do anything other than support my Chancellor." Understand up with a straight face and tell us that's true.
Mr. Speaker, it's not only correct, but this is the nearest he's ever got to talking about the economy in the last few months.
If he wants to talk about the economy, we can talk.
I'm the Prince of Darkness. Be clear about this. I want the banks. I'm taking £63 million out of banks. And it's the right thing to do in the circumstances. See, I don't think you'll have too much longer to wait. Labour's collapsed. That's the end. It's disaster. And I don't mind the Conservatives' conceit and boastfulness. And what they do in their private life is up to them. Our figures add up. Our plans, a national insurance charge increase and a hefty VAT increase, we've to take £6 to £7 billion out of the economy, reducing the spending power of the Conservatives' earnings. We're not just taking £6 billion out for next year, we're taking £6 billion out for 5 years if we're elected. That is a £30 billion hole. I can't see any alternative but to provoke the public in this way. When the camera is on, we say one thing, and when the camera is off, we say another. Turn the camera off and you find that we think and speak quite differently. And I think that says a great deal about the government.